Rain came down hard and hit the front window of the car like tiny stones. A big black fancy car, called a Maybach, flew off the bridge and dropped straight into the cold water below. A young woman, who was 22 years old and had nothing left to lose, jumped into the water to help. She pulled a very heavy rich man out of the car. But when his sharp teeth touched her bleeding arm, her scary adventure really started. It was midnight on December 14th in the city of Seattle. The weather was very cold and mean. Harper Quinn sat shaking in the front seat of her old rusty 1998 Honda Civic car. She had 3 old blankets from the thrift store wrapped around her to stay warm. She parked the car where she should not, near the thick woods by Seward Park. She was only trying to make it through another hard night. Her mom had been very sick with cancer, and the big hospital bills from Virginia Mason Medical Center took all their money. They lost their house too. In the end, her mom passed away. Now Harper only had $14, a car that might stop working soon, and she felt very alone. Bright lights suddenly cut through the dark night. They were moving fast and crazy. Harper sat up straight fast. She heard the loud sound of tires sliding on the wet road. A huge, strong Mercedes Maybach S600 car came speeding down Lake Washington Boulevard, way too fast, over 100 miles an hour. Sparks flew everywhere when it hit the side walls. It was not just an accident. Bad people were chasing this fancy car. 2 dark SUVs without lights were right behind it. Then there was a loud bang from a big gun. The front tire on the Maybach blew up. The big car slid all over the road and broke through the strong metal rails like they were nothing. It fell right off the edge and hit the cold water of Lake Washington with a huge splash. Water flew high into the air. The chasing SUVs stopped on the road above. Doors opened and lights shone down. Harper did not stop to think. She felt a big rush of energy and worry inside. She pushed her car door open and ran down the wet, muddy hill. She hid behind some big green trees. Up on the road, men with guns pointed them at the sinking car. One man with a rough voice shouted through the rain. He was called Arthur Pendleton, a mean fighter for hire. He said to let the car sink. Nothing can live in that cold water, not even that man. They did not shoot. They just watched the fancy car go under the dark water. When the backlights disappeared, the men got back in their cars and drove away fast. It became quiet again, except for the rain that would not stop. Harper took off her heavy coats. The water was super cold, around 38 degrees. That kind of cold can make a person freeze fast, and even stop their heart. But she could not just leave. Someone needed help down there. She jumped into the black water. The cold felt like a hard hit. It pushed the air out of her lungs. It was like 1,000 cold needles poking her skin. She kicked her legs hard and tried to open her eyes in the dark, dirty water. The Maybach was going down front first because it was so heavy. Harper swam fast and felt around the metal side until she found the driver window. The strong glass was broken in a web pattern from the bullets, and water was pushing it in. Inside, by the weak light from the car, she saw a big man. He looked very large, even while sleeping against the wheel. He wore a nice gray suit that was now wet and ruined. Harper hit the glass with her hands, but it did not move. Her lungs hurt and needed air. She swam up to the top, took a big breath and went back down. This time she found a heavy, sharp piece of metal from the broken rail. She swam back and hit the window as hard as she could. Crack! The glass broke open, and water rushed in with sharp pieces. Harper put her arm inside and cut it badly on the edges. Blood came out, but she did not feel it much because she was so excited. She grabbed the big man by his shoulders. He was very heavy, over 200 pounds, like a stone. She found the seatbelt and opened it. Then she pulled him out through the broken window. Swimming up with him was so hard. Her eyes started to go dark. Her arms and legs burned. She held his head with her hurt arm and kicked hard. The man did not move at all. They came up to the air. Harper breathed hard and coughed out water and rain. "Help!" she yelled, even though she knew no one was near. Somebody help me. Very slowly she pulled the giant man onto the rocky land. She fell down next to him, breathing fast, coughing, and shaking all over. For a short time she just lay in the mud, bleeding and cold. But the man was too quiet. She moved over to him. Up close he looked important, with strong face bones, a hard chin, and dark hair on his head. But he was white like a statue, with no blood color. Harper put her fingers on his neck to feel for a heartbeat. Nothing, no breath either. He was dead. Harper stayed on her knees in the cold mud. Rain washed blood from her cut arm. She felt scared. She risked everything to save a dead body. No, no, come on, she said softly while shaking. She put her hands on his big chest and pushed for help to make his heart work. It felt like pushing a rock. His body was so strong, it did not move. She tried hard with all her weight, but nothing. Breathe, she yelled. She held his nose and put air into his mouth. As she did that, a drop of her blood fell from her arm, right onto his lips. What happened next was not normal at all. The blood went into his skin, like dry ground drinking water. His big body shook hard. His eyes opened fast. Harper moved back scared. His eyes were not normal. They were bright red, like hot coals in the dark. Before she could stand, he sat up super fast. His big hand grabbed her hurt arm, tight, like metal. He did not hurt her more. He looked only at the cut. Donovan, he said in a deep voice. It was his name. Donovan Hayes. Harper did not know him, but important people in secret places did. He pulled her arm close. She tried to fight and kick. Let me go, please. He did not stop. He opened his mouth, and sharp long teeth came down. But he did not bite hard. He put his cold lips on the cut, and his tongue touched it. When he did, Harper felt warm and happy all over suddenly. The cold went away. The pain stopped. She felt weak and good. He only took a little blood. Then he let go. Harper fell back in the mud, breathing hard. She looked at her arm. The bad cut was gone completely. Only blood marks stayed. She looked at Donovan, scared. He was changing. His white skin got normal color back. A strong heartbeat sound started. Water in his body turned to steam and came off him. He stood up tall, over 6 feet 4 inches, like the strongest person. He cleaned blood from his chin. His red eyes became nice amber color. Who sent you? Donovan asked. His voice was now smooth and strong. Nobody, Harper said, shaking and moving back. I live in my car. I saw your car crash. I pulled you out. Donovan looked at her face and listened to her fast heart. He stepped closer. You broke strong glass underwater. You pulled me to land. Yes, she cried with tears and rain on her face. You were dead. No heartbeat. What are you? Before he answered, loud car engines came from the road. The bad men came back. 3 dark SUVs stopped. Many men with guns got out. Lights with lasers looked down the hill. Check the shore, the leader Pendleton shouted. If he is there, burn him. Donovan looked at the road with tight face. He looked at Harper, who was scared of the lights. They will kill you just for seeing me, Donovan said, cold. I did nothing, Harper said, soft. In my world, being innocent is bad, Donovan said. Fast like wind, he picked her up easy like she was light. He put her over his shoulder. Wait, put me down, she yelled, hitting his back. Hold your breath, he said. Guns shot quiet bullets where they were, but they were already moving. The world became a fast blur for Harper. They went so fast through the trees, it hurt. They jumped big logs and climbed hills easy. He ran until the bad men and sirens were far away in the mountains. He put her down in a dry, big old tree hole. Harper fell on the needles, breathing fast. Her mind was breaking. Vampires are not real, she thought. But this man with glowing eyes proved it. You are a monster, she said, with a breaking voice. Donovan sat in front of her and gently held her chin to look at him. I am the king of a hidden world you did not know about 20 minutes ago, he said, soft but strong. And right now, little savior, my blood is in you too. So they are not only after me, They are after you. The sun came up, but it was gray and cold in Seattle. Mist stayed on the trees. Harper sat on a nice leather couch with a big soft blanket and hot black coffee. Before morning, Donovan took her to a secret underground safe place under an old airplane building near the airport. It was full of computers, guns, and old beautiful paintings. It was very different from her old car. Donovan stood with his back to her. He changed into strong pants and a black shirt. He talked on a secret phone. Pendleton failed. Take apart their company by midnight. Buy everything. Sell it. Find who paid them. He finished and turned. His eyes looked old and heavy. He sat in front of her. You are very calm after learning vampires run big fighter groups, he said, looking at her arm, that was now perfect. I saw my mom die from bad cancer for 3 years, Harper said, shaking but strong. The hospitals took all our money. I know bad men in suits. Teeth are just new. Donovan smiled a little. Call me Donovan. He held her wrist. It felt like electricity. Your mom bills are all paid. I bought back your old house. It is yours. Harper's heart beat fast. Why? Because I pulled you from water? You did the impossible, he said soft. I was shot with special bullets and sleeping like death in cold water. Normal blood cannot wake me, but yours did. It was like fire. It fixed me fast. Do you know your blood? Oh, negative, she said. No, you have special golden blood. Very few people have it. To my kind, you are like a story. Now my special liquid is in you. We are connected. They can find you because of me. Before she could think more, loud noise came from above. Lights went off, then red emergency ones came on. Bad men broke in. Donovan's teeth grew. They brought other bad vampires. Guns and bombs hit the doors. The big metal doors flew off. Smoke came in. Men with guns and 4 fast vampires came. Pendleton said, Kill him. Take the girl alive. Donovan jumped fast and broke the table. He fought the men. He hit them hard. For the vampire bad guys he used his gun and strength. One he shot in the head, and it turned to ash. Pendleton ran to Harper with a knife to her neck. Stop, he yelled. Donovan froze. Let her go, Donovan said, calm but deadly. Pendleton pulled her to the door. Harper felt strong inside from the connection. She kicked his bad knee hard. Donovan moved super fast and smashed Pendleton dead. The other vampires ran away scared. It became quiet. Donovan checked Harper. He held her close. You are safe. I have you. She held him back. They will come again? She asked. Yes, he said. I can hide you, give you the house, money, new name, cut the connection. You can leave and never see me. He waited. Or stay with me. We fight them together. You will be mine, and I will destroy anything that tries to hurt you. Harper thought of her hard, lonely life. She looked at him. She chose. She pulled him close and kissed him. Burn it down, she said. What a big surprise in life. From sleeping in a cold old car and fighting to live, Harper found a secret dark world and won the heart of a rich vampire king. Will Harper and Donovan live through the big fight with the secret council, or will the bad people break them apart? This story teaches us that even when life feels very dark and you have almost nothing, one brave, kind act can change everything. Helping others, even when it is scary, can bring new strength, new friends, and show that real power comes from courage and a good heart inside. It also reminds us that myths and old stories can help us think about good and bad in the world, and that learning about them makes us smarter and braver in real life. Always remember to be kind, because you never know who you might save or what amazing things can happen next. If you enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it, and subscribe so you don't miss my next video.